Today I'm going to share with you my experience of using the new Tactical Geek L3 Pro camera/EDC sling bag that Tactical Geek kindly sent me for free to make this video. So first of all, as of now, this bag is only available on Kickstarter. As far as I understand, it's going to run until the end of this month, and then later on it's going to be available also on the official Tactical Geek website. Here are the prices for different materials with, without the camera divider. As you can see, there is a significant difference between buying the bag on Kickstarter now versus buying it on the official website later on. So if you want to get the best deal possible, definitely consider buying the bag now on Kickstarter. But if you do decide to buy the bag later on the official website, you can use the code Roman10 at checkout to get 10% off on all Tactical Geek products on their website. Now I have here the X-Pack configuration with the camera divider, and I'm gonna share with you my experience of using this bag, how it works, and what to expect if you are going to get this bag for yourself. Starting with the build quality, everything is very solid and premium in this bag. The zippers are high quality weatherproof YKK zippers all around the bag. Then in terms of weight, the bag, the camera divider, and the strap in total weigh almost 1 kilogram, 970 grams to be precise, which is honestly quite heavy for a sling bag because, for example, my actual camera bag weighs 700 grams. But I guess the high weight is because of the high quality materials this bag uses, especially the camera divider. It weighs on its own 350 grams, but it is super sturdy. Now let's take a look at the compartments and organization options this bag offers. So first of all, you have here like a Velcro section to stick Velcro stickers and accessories. Also in here, you have some loopings to loop around knives, flashlights, or other accessories. Here as well, you have some other loopings. I've mounted my freewheel camera clip so I can easily take one of my cameras and basically put it on to have quick access to my camera. Then beneath this section, you have a large compartment in here. No organization options on the inside, it's just one big empty pocket, but it is fairly large, as you can see. I can fit my entire hand in here. Just as a reference, here is my freewheel ND filter, 82mm size. Here is how it fits on the inside. Moving on to the bottom of the bag, this area is where you put your tripod or maybe an umbrella. And the way it works is very simple. You have here two little pockets, which is where you stash the bungee cords. And now you can basically put a tripod in here, take the bungee cord from this side, loop it around this opening in here, take the second one, basically do the same thing. And then you can tighten everything with the bungee cord if you want to. And this will securely hold your tripod in place when carrying this bag. Then on the sides of the bag, you don't have anything. It's pretty much empty, no water bottle holders and whatnot. And on the back, first of all, you have here these strap buckles to attach the strap, which I'll show you later on in the video. You also have one in here for the stabilizer strap. Then here you have nice padding. It's not very thick, but it is breathable. Also here you have some attachment loops to loop around accessories, or maybe even attach this bag to another backpack and use this bag as basically as an accessory bag to your big backpack. And then also in here, you have a large compartment without any organization. Can comfortably fit my hand on the inside. And as far as I understand, this compartment is large enough to fit a 10-inch iPad. Unfortunately, I don't have an iPad, but from what I've seen on Kickstarter, this is what they advertise. So this compartment is large enough to fit pretty much any tablet up to 10 inches. Now, if I'm going to close this compartment, first of all, there's also like a carry handle in here to carry the bag like this. And then beneath the carry handle, you have this magnetic opening in here. You can open this, and here you have like a secret compartment to put your phone. I was able to put my iPhone 16 Pro Max with a case inside this compartment. It was very tight, but it fits no problem. All right, now let's open the main compartment. This zipper goes 180 degrees around the rectangular shape of the bag, like so. And this is how it looks on the inside. It's just a big empty pocket, basically, with some organization mesh pockets in here, which are fairly large. Again, I'm gonna take my freewheel filter, put it inside. It fits no problem in here. Then on the other side, you have this Velcro attachment point where you can attach Velcro bags, accessories, and so on. Or of course the camera divider, which I'll show you a bit later on. And this compartment has a capacity of 7.5 liters. This is my Sony ZV-E1 with a 35 f1.4Z lens. Just gonna put it in here so you can see how it fits on the inside. Here is another lens on the side. I can fit two of these cameras stacked on top of each other, and I would still be able to close the bag fairly comfortably. If you are a gamer like myself, here is a PlayStation Portal. Also fits in here, no problem. All right, now let me show you the camera divider. This divider basically has two sections. This is the first section. I have two Velcros in here, one in here, magnets in here, and this is basically like an origami style divider. And just as a reference point for you, here is one lens, another lens, and then my camera with a lens attached. This is 85mm 1.4 Sirui, Sony ZV-E1 with 35mm f1.4 Zeiss, and 7 Artisans 24mm 1.8. So this divider basically is designed to hold your camera gear, and then this is designed to close everything in case if you want to put something on top to protect your camera gear. And the way you attach this is very simple. You have magnets in here and then magnets in here. You take the magnet, attach it to the magnets on the other side, and then here you have Velcro. You basically fold the bag like this and attach the Velcro to the other side. Just make sure it is as straight as possible. And then if you want to access basically your camera gear, you take this looping in here, open it up, and then you can access your camera gear when this divider is going to be inside the bag. This is how you put the divider inside the bag itself. Make sure the dual Velcro side is facing the back side of the bag. Then you just put it in and fold it. I'm also going to open the origamis in here. And that's basically it. As you can see, you have the divider on the inside, but still plenty of space in here to put accessories on top, which will not touch the camera gear because it is going to be protected with this top divider in here. So for example, I have my mini tech pouch in here. I can put it on top and then close the bag. Let me just quickly organize my camera gear on the inside. So I'm gonna take my lens again, another lens, and then my camera and lens attached. All fits in here, but as you can see now, I cannot really close the top divider. That's something to consider, especially if you have a bigger camera setup than mine. But if you want to close this top divider, you can remove this lens, unfold the origami divider in here, and basically lay down the camera. Then you can close this and put other accessories on top, like maybe like a filter, or maybe you can put the filter on the mesh pocket in here. Take like a knife, right, in this mesh pocket, and maybe again the tech pouch, just as an example, on top, and then you can close the bag like so. But of course, now it means that if you want to access your camera gear, you'll have to open this, remove this, open this flap, and only then you can access your camera gear. But I would say this, if you want to have super quick access to your camera gear, you can remove this divider completely. And then, you know, you can put the camera like this now, and then you can have more camera gear basically on the inside, and at the same time have quicker access to everything. So now I can close the bag, and then when I want to access my camera gear, I just open the zipper, take my camera, and that's it. Maybe even change the lens and whatnot, put it back, and then close it. All right, now let's take a look at the strap. First of all, it has a nice amount of padding, which feels very soft. It is also fairly wide, as you can see. Here on top you have some attachment points to loop accessories through. This is where you attach the stabilizer strap, and this strap is meant to be used so that when you wear the bag it's not going to swing around, especially when you're going to run around or jump around with the bag. And of course this strap is completely removable, as you can see, and if you want to put it on the bag it's very simple. It has these railings on each side and you can just attach it to these buckles in here like so, then maybe one in here, and then the stabilizer strap in here. Now you have everything attached basically. And also these buckles are removable completely. So you can put this buckle in here if you want to, or this one in here, just swing it around and exactly customize, you know, how you want to wear the bag, whether it's on the left or right shoulder. And also you can remove the stabilizer strap from here and then the main strap from this, put it in here and wear it basically in waist mode. But unfortunately, I was not able to use this bag as a waist bag because this strap in here is a bit too long. I've messaged Tactical Geek about this and they told me that this bag is designed to be used as a waist bag with someone that has a wider waist than 100 centimeters. Mine apparently is narrower than 100 centimeters. And if I want to use this bag as a waist bag, I will basically have to buy a separate strap to accommodate my waist size. I'm definitely not the biggest fan of this because I expect to buy a product and have all the features ready to use right away. So that's definitely something to consider. You'll need to buy a separate strap for this. I'm not sure what is the price. I'm going to leave a link for it down below. But yeah, you'll have to buy a separate strap if your waist is narrower than 100 centimeters. Another thing that I want to mention about the strap and the overall design of the bag, which for me is a huge deal breaker, is that adjusting the height of the bag is a bit finicky with this strap. So usually when I have the bag behind me like so, I like having the bag slightly high just because it makes it a bit more comfortable. But then when I sling around the bag, right, and have it in here, I like having the bag slightly lower to have a more comfortable position when reaching out for my gear. And usually with my other slings, like the one that I'm using, the Moment Sling, you have this buckle in here, which gives you the option to quickly adjust the height of the bag. And in here, it is not really possible to do it as quickly as with big design bags that I've tried in the past or the Moment Sling bag that I have. So let me show you again. I have the bag at a high position in here. I want to be able to turn the bag around to the front part of my body and then just, you know, lower it down. And this is as low as it gets. How long it takes to lower it down. Okay, now it's low enough for me and I can open the bag, of course, and then, you know, access my gear. And now when I have it at the back position, right, I don't want it to be like hanging like here. I want it to be higher. So now again, I have to play around with this strap to put it at a higher position. Okay, let me see. This is good enough. Now I close it with the stabilizer and it is good. So this is my current sling bag, the Moment 4-liter sling, very compact and lightweight, by the way. So I wear it in here and I have it at this position. I can access, you know, my stuff. And now when I want to put it back and have it at a high position, I can hold this buckle in here and just do this. Just pull it up and boom. Now it's at a comfortable position. And if I want to turn the bag around to access my gear, I can hold this buckle and while turning around the bag, I can just pull it down like so. And now the bag is at a comfortable position. I can access my gear, finish doing my stuff, and then again, adjust the height of the bag and continue, you know, on my walk and whatnot. So as you can see, it's just a bit slower to adjust the height of the bag with the Tactical Geek L3 Pro than with something like my Moment Sling or especially Big Design Slings, because Big Design Slings are even faster than this bag. And for me, this is a huge thing because I like walking around with my gear, put the bag back, walk, maybe see something, and then, you know, sling around the bag, take out my camera, take a picture or video, and then basically quickly put it back and continue walking. Another thing that I want to mention about this bag that I don't really like is that, as you can see, when it's like sitting in front of me, this is the position that it rests naturally. It's a bit like angled, and this makes, like, you know, when you open the bag, a bit hard to see what's on the inside because the bag is kind of angled this way. I can, of course, kind of hold it like this and then easily see what's inside, but it naturally wants to sit kind of like this. Again, I'm gonna take my Moment 4-liter Sling as an example. As you can see, this one, it's also slightly angled, but it's not like this angled. It sits a bit more straight, especially if you like put it down, like here. It's a bit easier to see where my gear is at, take whatever I need, and then, you know, close it. It's like fairly balanced with my body, whereas the other bag was like sitting like this almost, which makes it a bit more inconvenient to open and see exactly where your gear is at. All right, so to summarize, and sorry for having the microphone on top of my head, but that's the only position I could find where it's not going to interfere with the straps from the bags I was testing. But regardless, I'm not sure how I feel about this bag. I mean, the build quality is fantastic, feels very sturdy. It is weatherproof, uses fantastic materials. It is very minimalist in terms of like design. It's fairly simple, especially the compartments. But for me, the strap here like is a deal breaker because I love quickly adjusting the height of my sling bag. And with this, it is not really possible to do it as quickly as, for example, with my Moment Sling. And also, I'm not the biggest fan that I have to buy an additional strap to this if I want to use this bag as a waist bag. And also, when having the bag in front of me, I don't like that it's a bit angled like so, because it's a bit hard to see what's on the inside of the bag. But maybe for you, it's going to work just fine. I'm just mentioning how it's working in my specific, workflow. So if you are interested in this bag, I'm going to leave links for it down below for the Kickstarter page and also for the official website. And if you are going to buy this bag from the official website, make sure to use the code Roman10 at checkout. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.